we go. So we'll do a little bit of work with the belt today. So having that handy. Just begin by lying back comfortably. You can lie with the knees bent, resting against each other, or have the legs stretched out, whatever feels comfy for you today. Let the shoulder blades move in towards the spine. So the shoulders are flat to the floor. Just paying attention to the shoulders. Do they feel even? Sometimes one shoulder kind of curls up naturally a little bit more than the other. Feels a little bit higher up. So making any small adjustments to bring the shoulders into even alignment as much as possible. Palms of the hands facing up. So that there's no information going to the fingertips. And then scanning down through the body and noticing the hips and the buttocks. And just like you did with the shoulders, notice, do they feel even? Or is there more weight on one side than the other? And making any little small adjustments to make the body feel as even as possible. And then moving the awareness down through the legs. And noticing the feet. And again, are they even? Are they fairly symmetrical? And often you might find one foot turns out a bit more than the other. Or if you have the legs extended, maybe one flops forward a bit more than the other. Again, making any little adjustments, see if you can even them out. Might be very subtle. And then turning your awareness to the breath. Welcoming the breath like you'd welcome an old friend. Just noticing the in-breath and the out-breath. Welcoming the breath in. It's like you're opening a door. There's a famous Zen Buddhist teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, and he likened the breath to a swinging door, and in and out. And he wrote this thing that we call I, or ourselves. It's simply the swinging door of the breath in and out. So we get caught up in thoughts that we think are real and solid things. Old worries or memories of the past and stories we tell ourselves. And we think of these things as solid, as real. And then so easily forget just that swinging door of the breath. Which is more real than the thoughts that are buzzing about. So inviting the breath to become a little slower, a little deeper. Focusing on the exhalations. Letting the exhalations lengthen. You can even use the tummy muscles a little at the end of the exhalations, just drawing them in, encouraging a little more air out of the lungs. And then you'll naturally breathe in a little deeper. So you can let the in-breath be automatic. Letting the body find its balance. So just take 3 more deep breaths. And after the next exhalation, returning the breathing to normal. And then whenever you're ready, you can gently open the eyes. Make them open. And now we'll do a little bit of movement with the breath. So we'll start off with the arms and the shoulders. So as you inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. Exhaling, bring the arms up overhead towards the floor. Inhaling, reach them up. And exhaling them down alongside the body. We'll do that a few times. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling overhead. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling overhead. Inhaling. And exhaling down. Just going at your own pace. Might be a bit faster or a bit slower than I am. And notice what's happening to the back as you move the arms. Is the back arching to bring the arms overhead? If it is, can you draw the tummy in? Keep the back fairly neutral. So the movement is in the shoulders more. Do one more. And then bending the knees. Stepping the feet out a little wider. Notice that the knees sway from side to side. Again, you can work with the breath. So as you exhale, the knees move to one side. Inhaling center. Exhaling to the other side. Inhaling center. And by coordinating with the breath, we're preventing us from going into automatic pilot. Especially if you've been practicing yoga postures for a little while. It's easy to be like, oh yeah, I know that. Go into automatic pilot. So always returning to the breath. And then moving into a gentle twist to begin with. So we're going to bring the feet and the knees together. And as you exhale, lower the knees down to the right side. Reaching the arms out, turning the gaze over the left arm. Nice gentle twist, warm up. And we're bringing the left ear down towards the mat a little bit more to complete that twist. Stretching out the muscles along the side of the neck. And inhaling, bring the knees up, and then we'll lower them down to the other side. Turning the gaze over the right shoulder, and again, moving the ear down towards the mat. And then as you inhale, bring the knees back up to the center. And now we'll do a slightly deeper twist with the legs crossed. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. Gentle option is at the ankles or at the thighs there. As you exhale, lower the knees down to the right. Turning the gaze over the left arm. If you want, you can use your hand to encourage the knees down. And one more breath. And inhaling. So you raise the knees up to the center, crossing the legs over the other way. And exhaling, lowering them down to the left side. Five deep breaths there. And inhaling. Bring the knees back up. And uncrossing the legs, we'll just hug the knees in, giving them a little rock. So we'll do some with the belt now. Excuse me, I feel that sneeze coming on. So slowly grab the belt. And we'll place it around the right foot. Extending through the heel, draw the toes towards you. And you can use the hand just to encourage the leg a little bit straighter. Now we're not going to press on the knee joint. Just going to press very gently on the thigh. Working the hand up the belt. So we have the arms straight, but we don't want to be reaching out too much, keeping the shoulders relaxed against the mat, spine even, hips even. And with each exhalation, just encouraging the leg a little straighter. After a few breaths, you might want to move a little deeper into it. You can extend the left leg out. And then extending through the heels, draw the toes towards you. You can even fan the toes out a wee bit, making it quite active. And then we're going to lower the leg out to the right side. And taking care not to roll the left hip up off the floor. So you can keep the hand on the hip, just to have it in position there. I'm getting it easy on this side because I've got a wardrobe in the way. So just go as far as your furniture will allow. And then inhaling, raising the leg back up. We're going to swap the hands and then bring the leg about 45 degrees across the body. So we're not going to roll all the way to the floor. Just bring the leg across, extend through the heel, and then drawing onto the belt a wee bit. So you can feel a bit of a stretch down the leg and into the hip. This is a really good anti-sciatic stretch. Returning to the breath. Sometimes if we do a stretch that's a little bit deeper, then the face muscles get a little bit tense, and the breathing gets shallow. So we're going to see where you can relax in the posture. One more breath. And then raising the leg back up. And we're going to release the belt down. Draw the knees in. And gently rocking. And you can do some little circular movements with the knees just to massage the sacrum and the lower back. A few circles one way, and then a few circles the other way. And then we'll do that on the left side now. So we're placing the belt around the left foot, extending the leg up. And taking a moment or two just to get used to that stretch. I have the belt kind of near the heel rather than the ball of the foot. It keeps it a little bit more stable. And then if you're used to the stretch there, you can lengthen the right leg out. And then we're going to lower the leg down to the left side. And just go as far as feels right until you start to feel like you're going to roll up off the floor, in which case just stop there. Don't want to roll. And using the breath, see if you can move a little deeper with each exhalation. And then engaging the tummy muscles as you raise the leg back up, stopping the hands, and then bring the leg across at about a 45-degree angle. Draw the toes towards you, extend through the heel. You can even add a little bit of tension onto the belt there to get that stretch all the way down into the hip. More breath. And then raising the leg up and releasing the belt. So now we'll do 2-leg raise posture. If you want, you can use the belt for that. I'll do both legs at the same time. If you want to work the tummy muscles a bit more, you can leave the belt. Just have the legs lifted. Bent knees is a little bit more gentle on the back. One more breath. And then we're going to lower the legs down. Straight legs are bending the knees. And from there, we'll come up to a seated position. I'll put on the more energetic music, so we don't fall asleep too early. There we go. So we'll do some for the shoulders and things now. So we'll just start with a few little shoulder rolls. So exhaling, shoulders forward, inhaling up, back and down. One more. And then reversing that. Inhaling up, exhaling forward and down. And last one, and then onto the neck. Setting the chin drop down. And then lifting, stretching out the throat. And down. And lifting. And then we'll do the crane neck, the chicken neck. So we're going to bring the head forward, down, back, bit of a double chin, and up. We'll do that a few times. The purpose is to stretch out the muscles along the back of the neck and the base of the skull, occipital muscles. Which, depending on what your posture's like, they can be quite tight. Just going gently with it. Last one. And back to the center. So moving into a little twist. The left hand across, twisting to the right. And to the center, round to the side. And back to the center. So interlacing the fingers, turning the palms out, reaching up, letting the spine lengthen. And again, just like we did lying back, notice is the back sort of arching and the chest tilting forward there. So we're keeping the hands as they are, but just starting to draw the lower ribs back. That's more of a stretch for the shoulders, the underarms. A little lean to one side. Strengthening the sides of the waist here. Bring it up. Tummy engaged to the other side. And back up. And then sweeping the arms back, but interlace the fingers behind the back, lifting the hands, opening up the front of the shoulders. Those of you that want to move into a little forward bend can do so here. Coming back up, so we're going to relax the shoulders a little, then bring the wrists, or the interlaced fingers to the right side. And then squeeze the elbows in towards each other a little, opening up the front of the shoulders. A little play about there with the shoulders. And then to the other side. Again, a little rotation of the shoulder there. And releasing the arms down. So coming into cobbler, soles of the feet together, letting the knees bounce. Thumbs onto the balls of the feet, turn the soles up, gently rocking. Folding forward. Bring back up. And resting one hand down, kind of in line with the hip there. And you can walk the fingers out again to reach up and lean over. And we're keeping that knee moving down, so we're not tipping to the side there. Really opening up the side of the body. One more breath. And then gently pressing up. And we'll do that on the other side. So walk the fingers out, reaching up, and over. And inhaling, going back out. Back into cobbler, letting the knees bounce. Sitting up tall. And turning the soles out. Soles up, sorry. Gently rocking. And if it's comfy, you can fold forward a little. And back up. Drawing the knees in, we're going to bring the feet in front. And we'll just do a gentle rowing the boat. I'll do this sideways here so I've got a bit more space. Rolling forward, and then back. More. And then folding forward, letting the shoulders relax. And then coming up, we're going to interlace the fingers in front. I'll do some little circles around the knees. So again, just going back as far as feels right. Straight arms for a bit more of a challenge, or if you need to bend the elbows. And then changing direction. Right, last one. And then resting the hands down. And then coming up a little, we're going to straighten the legs out a wee bit more for a forward bend. Remember, if you want to bend the knees or sit on a cushion for this, you can. So now we're going to do just kind of a little forward bend and back again with the breath. So as you exhale, sliding the hands forward, and inhaling, coming back up. Again, just working with the breath. If you feel your back's comfy enough today and you want to lean back a little bit, with it you can. Just take care not to collapse in the lower back. These ones, obviously, you get the hamstrings stretched out a little bit, strengthening for the tummy, and improving the circulation to the hips and the pelvis. This one's also used in the Kundalini Yoga, if you come across that, so follow it. Which is, the Kundalini Yoga is about awakening the body's energies. And it's seen as dormant in the base of the pelvis, and then you're working your way up to the various energy centers in the body, the chakras. For this one, you'll be focusing on Muladhara, the root chakra. Stay here gently. So obviously, root linked with grounding, the roots, stability, security, the feeling of being safe, supported. So it's a nice, supportive, rocking movement. We'll do two more. Last one. And then coming back up. And then to move on from that, we'll do rocking the baby. So switch around this way. So bending the right knee, holding the foot, tucking the foot in, and giving the leg a little rock. And then drawing the leg back. Round to the front. Releasing the foot down, we'll do the other side. Bending the knee, tucking the foot in. Gently rocking. And then drawing the leg back. And to the front. And releasing the foot down. So now move into another little forward bendy one. So we're going to step the feet out a bit wider. This is churning the mill. So again, if you want to sit on a cushion or something for this, for comfort, then do so. So we're going to interlace the fingers once again. And then bring the arms to one side, to the front, other side, and back up. Little circular movement. So small circles, if you want to take it gently. Be very cautious of your back. Or larger circles if you feel more energetic. Exhaling forward, inhaling as you come up. And then changing direction. Two more. Last one. And back. And then sitting in a comfortable position. If cobbler's comfy for you, you can do that. Cross legs. I'm just going to rest the hands on the ankles or on the shins. And then with the in-breath, roll the shoulders back, looking up. And exhaling, rounding the back, looking towards the tummy. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, rounding the back. And just go at your own pace. Do two more. Last one. And then sitting comfortably. And we'll do a seated twist here. So again, make sure you have a little bit of space to move. So we're going to rest the fingertips on the shoulders and then just gently twisting. And we're twisting from the upper body, the sacrum and the lower body, pretty steady. And then from there, you can raise the fingers up. Raise the forearms. If you get dizzy, keep the gaze straight ahead, or if you prefer, you can turn the head in line with the hands. Tummy engaged. Raise the arms up a little higher. And the purpose is to get a little bit of movement into that tricky area between the shoulder blades, behind the ribs. Slowly lowering the arms. And letting the arms relax down. And resting the hands back onto the lap there. Taking a little breather or two. You might feel a little bit lighter-headed after doing the twists there. Taking a few natural breaths. So I'll do one last seated one here before moving on to the next few sections. So I'll just do the little orbital movements. Rolling to the side, front, side, and back. Again, exhaling as you fall forward, inhaling as you come back up. Nice therapeutic movement. Very similar to that rocking, soothing for the nervous system. And then we'll go the other way. Last one. And then coming through into table posture. So I'll do a little variation of the cat. So as you inhale, raising the right leg up, lifting it up. As you exhale, arch the back, draw the knee in. Inhaling up, exhaling, arching the back. Swapping over to the other leg. So we've got that cat-cow movement of the spine. And back. So we'll do a little variation of tiger. So what we're going to do is extend the right leg out and the left fingertips. We're just going to tap the fingertips and the toes to the floor. And as you inhale, lifting the hand, lifting the foot, and exhaling, just tapping the floor. Inhaling, exhaling, tapping the floor. Do that 3 more. Keeping the tummy engaged, supporting the back. Swapping over. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling, tapping the floor. And then resting the hands down, sitting back towards the heels, stretching the arms out. Walking the fingers forward, deepening the stretch under the shoulders. And if you bring the hands a little closer together, that will deepen the stretch as well. So you can explore that. And then from here, we're going to slide the hands forward, lift the hips up. And then keep the hands on the mat there. If you want to try a little variation, you can bring the hands together like a prayer. Let the chest sink down to adjust the position of the elbows there. And then coming up. A little stretch out for the side of the body now. So we're going to bring the left forearm onto the mat, extending the right arm out, let the head rest down. And then draw the hips back. Right hip back, as if you were going to sit back towards the heels. There's that sort of movement. At the same time, reaching out with the right fingertips. You're opening up the side of the body. And using the breath to stretch out the muscles there. And slowly coming up, we'll do that on the other side. Bring the right forearms out, left arm reaches out, resting the forehead on the arm. Then reaching out with the left fingertips as you draw the left hip back. And then slowly coming up. Now I'll do a little movement now. So what we're going to do is you exhale, sitting back towards the heels, bringing the right arm back, and inhaling, sweeping the arm forward. And exhaling as you're sitting back, and inhaling, kind of like a swimming movement. Right arm. Two more. And then we'll do that on the other side. That's one. And resting the hands down. So we're going to come up onto the fingertips, stepping the right foot forward and sinking into a lunge. Just make sure the back knee's comfy. Lifting up the chest, gazing up a little. And then coming up into a square lunge. Getting the balance. Raising the arms up. You can lean back a little. And then bring the hands together. We'll twist to the left, reaching the arms out. And the center, twisting to the right, reaching the arms out. And back to the center. And now I'll do a little variation. How can we go at the gate posture? So what we're going to do is just extend the front leg out a little. Bring the hands down. Now we're going to adjust the back leg. So it's pointing in a little bit more. It's going to go sideways. Just deep breath in as you exhale and bring the right hand down. Reaching up. If it's comfy, you can bring the arm overhead. If it's too much, keep the arm lifted. Coming up. And then we go the other way. Bring the hand down. And reaching up over. And coming up. And we'll do that on the other side. Then bring the hands down, coming back into table posture. I'm going the other way so I can do it and see what you guys are up to. So we're going to come into a lunge on the left side. To the chest, looking up. And then coming up, square lunge. Getting the balance, raising the arms. You can lean back a little. Coming up. And twisting to the right, reaching the arms out. Check this knee's not rolling in. Back to the center, twisting the other way. And back to the center. So I'm going to bring the hands down, make a little adjustment with this back leg. So we're going to bring the leg in and extend the other leg out. Ready for gate posture. So just checking everyone's there. Make sure this knee's comfy. You kind of want it, suppose, perpendicular with the mat, so it's kind of in line with the short edge of the mat. Reaching up as you exhale, bring the left hand down, reaching over. So if it's too much to reach over, have the arm lifted. And then coming up, we'll go the other way, bringing the hand down, reaching the arm up and over. And coming back up, bring the knees in, and then from there we'll come up to standing. Coming into mountain posture, Tadasana. Feet out hip width apart. We're just going to rock backwards and forwards. Heel, toes, heel and toe. Pull the cracks out of the way. Maybe not this one. And then after the next one, we're going to come up and get the balance on the balls of the feet. So getting the balance, reaching up, hands up overhead, let the shoulders soften. One more breath. And exhaling, lowering the heels and lowering the arms. So we're going to step the feet out. We'll do another standing twist. Again, make sure you've got space around you. Feet are wider, knees are bending. And we'll just do a little twist. Letting the arms flop against the hips. You can coordinate with the breath. So as you inhale, the arms open up. As you exhale, they wrap around. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Bring the arms up a little bit higher. Slowing down, and back to the center. Bring the feet back to about hip width apart. And we'll do a little breathing movement now. So as you inhale, we're going to bring the hands up towards the shoulders, and then make the hands into loose fists. Roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, bend the knees a little and fold forward, kind of pouring the body forward. Inhaling, rolling up, lean back a little. Exhaling, kind of pouring yourself forward. The knees are slightly bent. Take the pressure off the lower back, and we use the tummy muscles to support the back as you move up and down. Do one more. And slowly coming up. So they're moving into the forward bend. They'll hold it now. So again, bend the knees if you need to. Feet are parallel, folding from the hips. And as you exhale, let the arms relax down to rest onto the shins, ankles, or catching onto the big toes then. Let the spine lengthen as you inhale. And as you exhale, folding into that forward bend. Be aware of what the shoulders are doing. You might find they hunch up to the ears like that. So if that's the case, draw the shoulder blades up against the ribs. Five breaths. And tummy engaged, inhaling as you come up. And letting the shoulders relax back and down. So moving into the flank posture now, we're going to step the feet out. Turn the right foot out, left foot in. And we'll do the variation with the hands behind the back first. So catching onto the wrists, elbows, or hands like a prayer. Again, the lower tummy's engaged as you exhale, fold forward. Bring up, bend the knee if you need to. So you come up, turn the feet in, and then round the other way. Nice deep breath in, exhaling, folding forward. Elbows are lifting. Gazing at the big toe if you need to help the balance. One more breath. And inhaling up. Turn the foot in. So now we'll do a little variation with the hands down onto the mat. So stepping the right foot out, left foot in. Move the hips around. Tummy engaged, folding from the hips, sliding the hands down. To rest onto the leg or down to the floor. So from here we'll move into a balance. So you might need to bend the front knee a little bit here and adjust the hands, maybe bring them forward a little bit. And then we need to raise the left leg up. And then what we're going to do is bend that left knee. Just kind of in towards the right knee. And then extending up. So bending. Extending. Do one more. And resting the foot down. And preparing to come up, so you can bend the front knee, slowly roll up, take your time. And we'll do that on the other side. So turn the feet around, left foot out, right foot in. Now move into the flank variation first. So exhaling, fold from the hips, bringing the hands down. And then moving the hands forward, bend the front knee. And we're going to lift the back leg. And then you can try a little variation, bending the knee. And then extending. Bending. Extending. Do that for 5. Last one. And then resting the foot down. Bend the knee a little bit. Slowly coming up. And letting the arms relax. Taking a little breather. So now we'll do another balancing one. I've got the tree, which you all know well. So placing the weight on the right foot, spread the toes out. And then coming into whichever tree variation you feel comfy with. And we'll do the gentle version then, just with the hands at the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Becoming aware of the sensation of the hands and the fingers, the palms touching each other. You might feel a warmth, throbbing energy. And foot against the calf or the thigh. And the foot on the floor. These points of contact. Bring your awareness to them. And then we'll swap over to the other side. Releasing the hands, releasing the foot. Take a moment to get the balance. Turn the knee out. Raising the foot up. Allowing the muscles of the face to relax, the shoulders to soften. Inviting the mind to settle. One more breath. And then exhaling, releasing the hands. And releasing the foot. Lovely. So we'll move into triangle. And then from triangle, have we go at the half moon balance? We'll just come straight into it. So we're going to turn the right foot out, left foot in, feet about 2.5, 3 feet apart or so. Raising the arms up. I'm just going to come into triangle first. So reaching out over the leg, bringing the hand down, other arm up. One more breath. And then what we're going to do is bend that right knee. And we're going to bring the hand in front, transfer the weight. See if you can lift the left leg up off. Might have to have that right knee bent. One more breath. And then releasing the foot down, bend the knees. And inhaling as you come up. Lovely. Have we go with that on the other side. So coming into triangle first. Standing over the leg, resting the hand down. Creating a little bit of length along the torso. So think the ribs sort of moving that way. And then preparing for a half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Bend the knee, bring the hand forward. I like to come onto the fingertips. I find that better in relation to the length of my legs. You might want to come onto the palm of the hand or use a brick or block. Lovely, one more breath. And resting the foot down. Slowly coming up. And from there, we'll come down to a seated position. And once again, you come through into cobra posture, letting the knees bounce. Turning the soles up, use the elbows just to rock the knees. And then encouraging the knees in, we're going to extend the legs out and come into Dandasana, stick posture. So we'll do some of the forward bends and things now. So we'll start with a half forward bend. We're going to tuck the right knee in and then rest the foot against the thigh. And we'll draw that left hip back a little. Reaching the arms up with the in-breath and folding forward with the out-breath. Letting the shoulders relax, softening the mouth, the jaw, the tongue. Preparing to come up, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, extending the leg away, swapping over. Bend the left knee. Tucking the foot in. Raising the arms up, exhaling as you fall forward. One more breath. And inhaling, coming up, reaching up. Exhaling, extending the legs away. Moving into the full forward bend. We'll hold for 10 breaths, so keeping it gentle. Reaching up with the in-breath, folding forward. About half of your full stretch. Just cooling down here. No strain. Each in-breath, the torso will lift with the out-breath. Allowing the body to move forward and down. About 3 more breaths. And then as you inhale, coming up, reaching up. And exhaling, relaxing the hands down. Time's marching on a little bit. We'll just do a spinal twist, and then we'll prepare for some relaxation and stuff at the end. So we're going to bend the right knee, cross the foot over. If you want, you can have the leg outstretched today or have it tucked in. We're going to bring the opposite arm round, left arm, sitting up tall, and twisting to the right. Want to bring the elbow round to a deeper variation, you can. One more breath. And then releasing the twist, uncrossing the legs. Now do the other side. Lefty bends, crossing the foot over, wrapping the right arm around as you sit up tall. And twisting to the left. And then releasing the twist, uncrossing the legs. And then we'll lie back on the mat. If you want to pop on anything warm, just in preparation for the relaxation, and do so. So whenever you're ready, then lying back on the mat. We're just going to draw the knees in towards the tummy, hugging the knees. You can gently rock from side to side, massaging the back. And see if you can hold on to the opposite elbows, really squeeze the knees in. So good for the digestion. And then holding onto the back of the thighs, you can stretch the legs up. Maybe they'll go straight, maybe they won't. Just stretching them out. And then once again, drawing the knees in. Hugging them in. Stretching the legs up overhead. Holding onto the back of the thighs. And drawing them in. We'll do that one more time. Hugging the knees in. And then a nice deep breath in, stretching the legs up. And exhaling, hugging the knees in. Gently rocking. And then lying back, preparation for the relaxation. Lying in Shavasana, if that's comfortable for you. Corpse posture. Again, making any little adjustments to the body to make sure it's even. And now we're going to relax each part of the body in turn. And we're going to do a technique called tense and relax, which does just as it says. So we'll start with the toes. So bringing your awareness to the toes. And then curling the toes. And then relax them. And then kind of the opposite, we're going to fan the toes out wide. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relaxing the toes. Then the ankles, we're going to point the toes away, point the feet away. Deep breath in. And exhaling, relaxing that. And then the other way, extend through the heels, draw the toes towards you. Deep breath in. And exhaling, relaxing the ankles. And then the backs of the knees. Imagine the knees moving down towards the earth, engaging the muscles of the legs. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let the knees soften, the muscles of the thighs, the calves soften. And then the buttocks, the hips, creating a little bit of tension there. Squeezing. Deep breath in. And then exhaling, relaxing, letting the muscles in the hips, facial muscles soften. And then the tummy muscles. Take a deep breath in. And then tense the muscles of the tummy. And as you exhale, letting the tummy soften. Same with the back as you inhale. Feel the spine lengthening, maybe lifting a little. And as you exhale, allow the back to sink down. There are the shoulders, inhaling, hunching the shoulders up. That little bit of tension. Deep breath in. And exhaling, letting the shoulders flop down. And then the arms. Feel the arms grow tense. Pressing down into the mat. Deep breath in. And exhaling, releasing that tension. And then the palms of the hands. So we're going to curl the hands into fists. Deep breath in. Feeling that tension in the hands. And as you exhale, let the wrists unfurl, the fists unfurl. And like we did with the feet, we'll do the opposite. So this time as you inhale, stretch the fingers out wide. And then as you exhale, let the fingers relax. And then the muscles of the face. Starting with the jaw. Take a deep breath in and stretch out the muscles of the jaw as if you're doing a yawn. And as you exhale, let the jaw relax. And then the whole face, we'll do that again. Nice big yawn. And feel the eyes stretching, mouth stretching. And exhaling, letting the muscles of the face relax. Feel the whole body relax. The whole body relax. Feel your whole body relax. And then taking a moment to acknowledge your yoga practice today. For taking this time for yourself. And then becoming aware of the points of contact of your body, resting on the floor. Becoming aware of the room and the sounds around you. And then inviting a little movement back to your body. Back to the fingers, back to the toes. You can rotate the wrists, the ankles, stretch a little. Have another yawn. And then whenever you're ready, you can roll to one side. A few breaths there. And then slowly returning to a seated position. There's no rush. Thank you very much. Namaste.